I'm Darren, the Magic Ghostbuster. Now, one thing I get asked quite a lot is, what is my favourite Ghostbusters item? It's a really hard question, and that is what this video is about. This is my top 10 pieces of Ghostbusters merchandise. I had a quick, rough count recently, and I have about 1,900 pieces of merch, which is insane, to be honest. It is insane, but finding 10 items out of all that, it was just so hard. And I must be honest, I keep changing my mind. I'll probably change my mind on this list whilst editing the video, whilst it's uploading, after it's uploaded. And of course, this is my own personal list. Your list may be completely different, so let me know what your favourite things are in the comments. Now, just one thing with this list, I'm only listing official merchandise items. If I was including other stuff, I think my Proton Pack would probably be number one, but it's not an official item. It's a Ben of Kent pack, one I built from a kit, added loads of bits, so I'm not including that in this. Now, I'm sure a lot of people will have this one on their number one. This is the HasLab pack. This isn't on my list. I love it, I think it's great, but because I've had my Ben and Kent pack for so long, I just don't think this had the impact for me that it would have had for someone who's never owned a Proton Pack. So, starting off the list at number 10 is the NECA Dancing Slimer. Now, I love this. I own 3 of these. So, originally, he would have come, he had some gears inside and a ball and sound activated, so he would sort of move like this a little bit and play the Ghostbusters theme tune. As I said, I own 3 of these. This one I use as a puppet, so his insides have been completely gutted and have a lot of fun. I've done lots of videos with him, like Slimer putting up the Christmas decorations, Slimer eating loads of my cakes, loads of weird stuff, so be sure to check those out. I also have one other that sits on my shoulder with magnets, and he has some gears inside, so I can press a little button here and he will talk, and gears move his mouth, and he has sounds. Number 9 is this vintage Ghostbusters 2 Christmas cracker box. Now, the Christmas crackers in the box are unfortunately just modern crackers. I don't own any of the originals. This box has frustrated me a little bit over the years. I remember these as a kid, but since then I've never been able to find anything else out about these. I post pictures of this on Ghostbusters groups every Christmas, hoping someone can just show me a picture of what the crackers look like, because I'd love to reproduce them. But no one, I've never found another person who even knew about these, so I love it, but I would love to find someone out there. So if you own one of these and know what the crackers look like, let me know. At number 8 is this Slimer statue made by Hollywood Collectibles. A lot of Slimer stuff tends to just be Slimer, not really doing much, whereas this, he was eating food off of the room service cart, which I just really like the design of it. He's just sitting there enjoying his food. This is the standard edition. Hollywood Collectibles did a exclusive edition to their website where it come with an extra Slimer that was glow in the dark, but other than that it looked the same. This, as I said, is the standard edition. In at number 7 is this brilliant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man figure by SH Figure Arts and Bandai. When you think about it, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is such a simple design, and yet seems so hard to capture. A lot of different Stay Puffs that have been released don't capture that exact look of his face, whereas this figure has captured it beautifully. It just looks so much like Stay Puft from the film. It's not something you display with a lot of your other figures, I don't think, because he is quite small in comparison to a lot of figures. But he just looks great on the shelf. He looks great in the packaging. And what I really like about this figure is that it comes with face plates, so you could actually give him different expressions. Up to this point, you'd only really had Happy Stay Puft and Angry Stay Puft options. This one gave us like the Shock Stay Puft, which has only ever been done once since, which was a Diamond Select convention exclusive. This one did it first and better, I think. It's such a great figure. Unfortunately, it's pricey to get nowadays, but if it's in your price range, I highly recommend this figure. In at number 6 is the Lego Firehouse. This is an amazing Lego set, it really is. The first thing Lego did with Ghostbusters was the Ecto-1 as part of their Lego Ideas thing, and I thought that would be it. You got the Ecto-1 with the Ghostbusters, and I didn't think we'd see any more. They proved me wrong when they made the Firehouse. I was lining up at the Lego store the day that came out, and it is such an amazing set. It looks so good on the outside, but on the inside as well, so much detail. You've got working fire pole, you've got Janine's desk, the containment unit, labs, bedrooms, bathrooms, stairs. It's got it all. I wish I had this as a kid to play with. I really do. This would have been my favourite toy, I think, as a kid, without a doubt. And then of course you add the Ecto-1 into that. It's just amazing. Lego didn't do a lot more with Ghostbusters. They did do a couple of Lego Dimension sets, and if you are into getting the Lego Firehouse and the Ecto-1, I do recommend picking up the Dimension set that came with a buildable Terror Dog and a little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man figure. In at number 5 is this Stay Puft Marshmallow Man hand, made and signed by Billy Bryan, who of course made the costume and played the role of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in the original Ghostbusters film. He's such a lovely guy as well. Met him at the London Film Comic Con in 2022. Awesome guy and such an awesome product to own. So if you're a similar age to me, you probably had these when you were a kid. It is the first 4 Ghostbusters figures. Now, unfortunately, most of my toys were thrown away by my parents, so I had to collect them again in later life. And these were like a holy grail for me, getting the original 4 on card. We know that Kenner made lots of other versions of the Ghostbusters figures. He did Fright features, Super Fright features, Screaming Heroes, and I had not all of them, but quite a few. But I always come back to these 4 because to me that's what the Ghostbusters looked like on the TV show, and that's how I wanted them to be when I was playing with them. Such great figures. Now, looking back, you know, you can complain about certain things. The proton streams are incredibly fragile. I think all mine broke. The proton pack clips, incredibly fragile. Again, I think all mine broke. But I still had so much fun with these, played with them for years and years and years, and, you know, had to get them again in later life. In at number 3 is this Ghostbusters 2 promotional carton of 5 Alive. 5 Alive was my favourite drink as a kid. I absolutely loved this stuff, and I wish they still made it. I really do. This is still sealed, so it still has the original drink inside. I'm not going to drink it because it went out of date November 1990. So imagine what it looks like now. The Ghostbusters 2 promotional one came with holograms on the front. So you'd collect the holograms and then you could stick them to a sheet that you could send away for. And holograms is another thing I miss. Like I remember getting different holograms on the front of cereal boxes and stuff. I used to love holograms. So yeah, this is definitely high up on my list. In at number 2 are the Blitzway figures. These are the best Ghostbusters figures that have ever been made as far as I'm concerned. They are of course pricey, high-end figures, but the likenesses are just insane. They've done such a good job on the faces, the costumes, the proton packs. Everything about these is amazing. Of course, they also made the Ecto-1. Unfortunately, it did suffer from a slight yellowing problem, but if you combine that with these figures, you have a display that's just unbeatable. So number 1 is something that's not incredibly valuable or rare, to be honest. It is my very original Stay Puft Kenner figure. Now, like I said, these are not that rare. I'm not really currently up with current values, but this is the one I actually played with as a kid. It has quite a few wear marks on it, but like a lot of people, my parents got rid of a lot of my toys when I got older. Something I've still not quite forgiven them for. This is the exact one. I managed to keep hold of this all these years. This used to be my nan's favourite of my toys. You know, she said it always looked like it was reaching out for a hug and she just wanted to hug it back. So, you know, just that connection with my nan, with younger Darren playing with it. It's just like I said, value-wise, I'm not really up with current values of like loose Stay Puft figures, but sentimental-wise, you just can't put a price on it. And like, even though like back in the days, certain things about this annoyed me, like the size, you know, I always felt it should have been 2 or 3 times bigger, but just as an adult, it has so much meaning to me. This is definitely my number 1 Ghostbusters collectible. So that is my list of my personal top 10 Ghostbusters collectibles. Let me know what your favourite Ghostbusters collectibles are in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, keep on busting.